Hey, what's up guys? It's Pixelated-Apollo. Thanks for stopping by. Hope you guys are doing well. And today I have 3 words for you. Snacks and drinks. That's right guys, we got another custom scenario in Third Age Total War. This one is a 3 vs 2 defense battle. I don't want to call it a siege battle because there's no settlements, but it's a defense. They've got this big hill over here. So what's happening in this scenario is that Arnor is doing a massive surprise invasion against Harad, and Harad had to quickly gather up some forces and prepare to hold at this very strategic position. It looks almost like an outpost or some kind of like, oh, if things go bad, we stand here place. You know what I mean? So yeah, very, very cool looking battlefield. This one is created by Sin of the Dark Cloud. He did an excellent job. I really like this one. You know, this is why I love Medieval 2 so much, is that it's so easy to mod. Like, anyone can mod it. I should really learn how to mod these battlefields so I could do my own scenarios. So I do appreciate to all the scenario creators out there like Paladin Bob, Sin of the Dark Cloud, Kuru. Thank you guys so much. You helped me so much as a YouTuber. It is great, so I do appreciate it. And oh, let me let you guys know that this video is sponsored by Pizza Bites. The only way to make my videos better is with a little taste of pizza. No, I'm just kidding, guys. It's not. And did you enjoy that voice crack right there? Yeah, my voice is still it's just it doesn't want to get better. So maybe I'll sound like this forever. So yay, more voice cracks. But anyways, let's get started with the army comps, and then we can really enjoy this beautiful battle. So we'll start with Arnor, which looks like they're already letting loose some arrows here, some fire arrows. Oh my god, look at that. That looks gorgeous. All right, so we have 3 Kingdom of Arnor forces. This army is commanded by Jokadale, of course, bringing lots of good infantry, archers, trebuchet, and some cavs. So we're going to go really fast through these army comps because you can see them on the screen. And then the next army, it looks like they're sitting in reserve here. We have Paladin Bob. Very, very similar army. Lots of pikemen, militia, Arnor men-at-arms. He also has a trebuchet and some cav, and of course great archers like the Dunedain Rangers. And then up here we have the final Arnor force, which is commanded by Sin of the Dark Cloud. Again, very, very similar. All the armies are pretty much identical, but yeah, trebuchet, Arnor men-at-arms, archers, cav, pikemen. Let's now move on to the 2 Haradrim armies. We'll start with this one right here, commanded by Miles and Davis. He's bringing lots of light troops. That's kind of like Harad's thing. They've got great archers, light troops. They also have some pretty good pikemen here. So yeah, pikemen, archers. He's got the Muhav's tribesmen, which is a great Javi style unit. And then their forces are really scattered all over the battlefield, taking very strategic defensive positions. He's also got the Hashari over here, which is like a light assassin unit. He's got a catapult, which is going to be very key to this defense. And that's pretty much it. Moving on to his ally, the Jolly Jihad, who's bringing some dismounted Serpent Guard. So very elite. That's the best infantry for Harad. And again, very similar army with some Southron pikemen and some trollmen of Harad and some cav. So there you go, guys. Those are the armies. We'll go ahead and do normal speed. And again, let me just show you around the battlefield. You can see that they can take strategic paths everywhere. You can go up ramps, you can go up this hill and kind of like put archers up here and then fire down at the defenders. So maybe Harad has to be somewhat aggressive here and try to prevent the attackers from taking these strategic positions. We'll see what happens here. I think honestly the best bet is for Harad to be super defensive and not, you know, defend too much. You know, if you try to defend everything, you defend nothing. Alright, so Harad is moving forward here. He's got his pikemen with the support of some trollmen of Harad. Looks like he's going to take a nice aggressive approach here, the Jolly Jihad. And Arnor is also moving in some forces, so we might have a clash of infantry on this flank. Let's see what's going on the other side, where that pretty epic skirmish is taking place here. Yes, the Dunedain Rangers. Looks like they're holding fire. He's forming a nice wall here. Look at the shield wall with the Arnor militia. Not really sure why. It's not like they're going to come charging forward. But yeah, definitely Arnor has to be the one attacking because, you know, they are the invaders. They're the ones that are limited in time. There is a timer, so they do have to try to defeat Harad in time, or it's a victory for Harad. Also, another thing I forgot to mention is that if a general dies on either side, I think the main general, then it's game over. So you do not want to lose your generals in this battle. So we've got some very interesting maneuvering over here. Harad, well, they were going to be really aggressive, but Rune's like, hey, why should I charge in? I've got this, I got the high ground. I should just skirmish them to death. So I do like the strategy so far in this fight. Also, he's got some militia that might be trying to go through this little opening here. Let's see, is he going to charge in some infantry? Uh-oh. Might get our first infantry charge here. Here we go, the pikes are coming down. All right, fantastic. And he's attacking right at the corner, right at the flank of these pikemen. So that is not a great position for Harad. But here comes the trollmen of Harad coming to support their pikemen. And the militia are also maneuvering around, trying to get around those pikemen, which is a really wise decision. But the trollmen of Harad are going to try to close in the gap and protect the pikemen's flank. And look at this, just downpour of Arnorian soldiers trying to get trying to get through these trollmen of Harad. But that's, you know, you don't want to clump up your troops like this, and those jabbies will explain why. It's really easy kill for these trollmen and the skirmishers. So here comes the Arnor Knights. Looks like they're gonna try to get to some of the skirmishers maybe. All right, let's see real quick what's going on the other side. See if there's any intense fighting. No, doesn't look like anybody's fighting on this side, and Harad seems to be retreating back to the hill, which is a very smart decision. We do have forces up on this hill taking position here. This is so cool. This is why I love these custom maps, because you can take all kinds of crazy terrain to win your battle. So we got a bit of a watchtower over here, and the Dunedain Rangers are going to use that to their advantage. They're firing down on these pikemen. They need to quickly get out of there, or they will turn into Swiss cheese. You know, the cheese with holes in it? Yeah, you get what I'm saying. Oh, here we go. This is cool. The trollmen are struggling here. The sheer number of Arnorian soldiers trying to break through. The pikemen are doing okay, but they're now taking on the Arnor pikemen. More soldiers getting into position. Still trying to fight through this flank over here. The good thing about this flank is that they got some shade. You see this big mountain there? Yeah, it's not as hot. It's still terrifying though. Fighting trollmen, that would be terrifying. But they got the numbers. And you can see up on that slope, you can see the archers firing down. Arnorian heavy archers. They are getting shot back though. Look at that. Oh, nice. So we got a bit of an archer battle. Where is that coming from? Oh, nice. Southron archers here. And the trebuchet is firing into this blob. That is really dangerous. The trebuchet is very inaccurate, so it could easily get some friendly fire. You gotta watch out for that. But look at this brawl, this battle line right here between Harad and Arnor. Gruesome fight. Here comes some knights coming in, lances down, trying to do some damage, breaking through the choke points. We've got Hashari now coming into the rescue to try to support their allies in this struggle. But will it be worth it? Will this aggressive play from Harad be worth it, or should he have just retreated to the hill? Oh, look at this! Look at this! You could put archers up on this corner. This is so awesome. All right, archers, you know what to do. Fire down. All right, so let's see what's going on in other parts of the battle. So the Dunedain Rangers building up a little camp over here. He's also moving up the trebuchet. Very wise decision. There's some fighting over here. Looks like we got some Serpent Guard heavy cav trying to get some cycle charges and to weaken the numbers here for Arnor. Is it worth it? Well, looks like they're doing a decent amount of damage. So I don't think that was a stupid play. I think that was fairly smart. You want to try to do some damage before they get to your defenses. You don't want them untouched by the time they get to their, to your main army. We do have more forces coming down this way. The Serpent Guard to the rescue. The Jolly Jihad just sending more and more troops to this flank. I don't know if that's a wise decision because, again, he's giving up his superior terrain to fight at this position. But this battle over here is really cool. Let's see. Let's look at these battle lines again. So Arnor taking on the Warband. So Southron Warband. We got some Dunedain, or dismounted Dunedain Knights. We've got Cav over here, the Knights of Anuminas, flanking around, trying to get some hammer and anvil. My goodness, what a battle. What a chaotic battle we've got on this flank. All right, so more and more reserves lining up. He might be trying to form a new battle line, or he might be trying to send them in to quickly reinforce his losing fight that's going on this side. Oh God, watch out from the trebuchet. Gotta keep moving those troops. Don't keep them clumped up. I think he's waiting for his Serpent Guard to get into position. But is it worth it, Jolly Jihad? Is it worth it? And I think he just realizes it's not. He realized it's not, is what I meant to say. So yeah, he's gonna fall back there, which I think is a great idea. Unfortunately, a lot of these soldiers are going to die in vain, trying to hold off the horde of Arnorian invaders. Maybe it will be a sacrifice that will not go in vain. Who knows? All just depends on the outcome of this battle. So he's got some Lancers charging in as well. Again, just trying to slow down his forces. Maybe trying to use, trying to get Arnor to use up his ammo. But we got a dusty battle over here. It looks like it's coming to a close. And that is phase 1 of this beautiful fight. So Arnor still slowly moving forward here. Look at this, guys. He's got his troops in loose formation. Obviously, he's a bit scared of the Haradrim archers. But this is going to be quite the hill to take. But you know what I like about this map? Is that it... Oh my goodness, hold that thought. Oh, jeez. Good shot from the trebuchet. What can you do, man? You've got your troops all spread out, and you still get hit from the trebuchet. But what I was saying earlier is that what I like about this map is that there's not really thin choke points. You know, there's actually pretty large areas where the attackers can march through. So it's going to make it a little bit more interesting because it does get really boring and grindy when you see just like a thin choke point that the defenders have to defend. So I think it's going to be way more interesting in this situation. Here's another choke point here. Very large, very large. All right, let's see what's going on here. So yeah, Harad's trying to fall back. Looks like Arnor's trying to slow down the retreat. Trying to get some cab charges, but these guys do break. It's only a unit of 2, so that's understandable. And Arnor is now marching very proudly over the conquered dead. There they go. Look at that army. Actually, they're still fighting over here a little bit. Yeah, the tribesmen. But now they're breaking. So that should finally, officially make this part of the battle come to a close. Let's see what damage he can do here with the trebuchet getting awfully close. That banner carrier was like, oh my god. Oh my god. I held my ground. He's a little, you know, he's a little nervous. He's moving around a little bit, but that came very close to killing the banner carrier. But he's all right. He's okay. He'll live for at least a couple more minutes. But who knows? He might live throughout this battle. All right, so we got the Arnor militia moving forward. He's obviously using them as a meat shield, which is a smart idea, and they're going for the bait. Look at, they're cheering about it. Like, yes, they're going for the bait. That means we're gonna die. So yeah, never waste your ammo on cheap troops like this. The militia are easy to kill, so save that ammo. Even if they're in range, just wait until the more elite troops get up there. But yeah, Arnor, look at that. This is such a cool formation. Paladin Bob being really wise, being really smart about their assault. Doesn't want to move in too quickly and just get obliterated by the Haradrim archers. More trebuchet fire coming in. It looks like the battle is going to slow down quite a bit here. So Harad moving back. The Jolly Jihad giving up on that fight. Very smart decision. Look at this. Archers up on these hills. Let's see. Are they in range? Are these guys in range? I don't know. I don't think so, or they would be firing, because this is a pretty large group of troops they could be wiping out right now, especially dismounted Serpent Guard, who are very elite. You know, it's definitely worth trying to kill them from afar with arrows. So I think what we're going to do here, guys, let's see. We'll fast forward. I might cut this out. I don't know. We'll see. Okay, well, it seems like they're moving forward, so I just don't want to bore you guys or make this too long of just, you know, troops standing around shooting each other. All right, you know, we'll keep it going just so you see, like, the deployment and the marching of troops. But Arnor is getting really close to the front lines. He's doing the same strategy here, moving up his militia. And we've got now Harad forming loose formation. Oh, okay. And look at the Southron archers. Look at the range on these guys. I mean, that's why the high ground is just so important. And are they still okay, they're going after enemy archers now, which makes more sense. You definitely want to try to take out the enemy archers because they're a very key element to this kind of battle, where it's really a battle of attrition and how many troops you can save or kill before the actual, like, infantry charge to take this hill. Let's go ahead and do normal speed because this is pretty epic, I'm not gonna lie. The amount of archers firing here, this would be terrifying to have to fight in this skirmish battle. But I think Harad should get into loose formation here. I like how the battle music stopped. You know, it's like a calmness before the rest of the storm starts. Oh, and here's another flank getting shot up by the trebuchet. More and more arrows coming in, focusing down these tribesmen, which is a very smart target for the attackers because Javi type units can rack up tons and tons of kills in these kind of defense situations. Oh god, keep your head down. And the catapult now firing. Look at this catapult on the very edge of this cliff. You better be careful, you don't want to slip and lose that catapult there. But they're trying to fire back to silence that trebuchet. And here's a nice bird's eye view. Oh, did they get a good hit there? They got a couple kills there. Nothing game changing. Alright, let's see what's going on here. So, Arnor militia moving forward. They're exhausted. We've got all the troops over on this side. Paladin Bob using a loose formation. Looks like they might be preparing to attack here. You know, honestly, I don't want to cut this out because I want to show you guys what happens. You know, like, what do good players do in these kind of situations? But I think we will fast forward, though. Okay, so back to fast forwarding. I just want to see the collision of infantry. That's all I want. Alright, but it is good to see them skirmishing, you know, not being stupid and careless with their armies. Alright, so the skirmish continues on. Ooh, a good hit with the catapult, taking out a couple Dunedain Rangers. And these soldiers are now getting into loose formation. Very wise. I think every soldier should be in loose formation. There's no excuse. Lots of archers up on the second layer. These archers are going to be key to their defense. God, look at that too. How terrifying would it be to be a soldier in this position and just seeing this massive army march towards your gates, towards your hill defense. Really good artillery shot there. Oh man, Harad's just gotta be like, oh, please attack us. Stop shooting at us, just attack us. Oh, this is dirty. This is so dirty. Arnor moving around the flank. Of course, Sin of the Dark Cloud would do something like this. He made the map, but he's got some archers getting into position here. And, well, you know what? We'll do normal speed. Because I feel like this battle is just a big skirmish. This is just how this battle is going to play out. But yeah, we've got some Haradrim really putting down the suppressing fire over on this side against the heavy archers. See the Serpent Guard in loose formation. The Trollmen of Harad really taking a beating. Well, you know, he's got a lot of infantry close by. Maybe we'll get a charge here. Maybe Harad will just be sick of this and charge forward and try to take out the infantry over here. But again, their archers are wasting their ammo on these depleted, weak troops. Should not do that. Harad, you must save your ammo for the more elite troops. Let's see, what do we got over here? Dunedain and Rangers. Again, both sides doing everything they can to weaken their defenses or their attacks. And I think pretty soon we're going to see the infantry move forward. Now remember guys, they are timed. So they can't sit back and do this the entire time. They need to move forward and actually get this battle going to take out this defense. Harad, this is great. Even though they're getting shot into pieces, they're killing time. They still believe. But my goodness, the firepower on these guys. Let's see where these arrows are landing. Let's see. Are they going for the troops back here? No, they're going for the battle-ready Dunedain, which is a great target because they're so good. So they're wiping them out. Alright, let's see. Here we go. We do have some, yep, here we go. The pikemen are moving up. Battle is about to begin once again, or at least the infantry fighting is about to begin once again, because technically, you know, this is a battle. The skirmishing phase is definitely part of battle. In most cases, it's, you know, skirmishing was major parts of battles. But yeah, Dunedain, oh, I hear battle music. That means infantry's going in. Let's see. Yes, we do. We've got the Arnor men-at-arms now moving forward to try to take out this position. We got the very depleted Trollmen of Harad holding and waiting. Arnor militia now reinforcing the Arnor men-at-arms. The Serpent Guard are staying in reserve. That's great to see. He doesn't want to commit them all at once. Let the Trollmen do what they can do. So the battle for this flank has begun. The fight for the center position is also about to begin. Look at this. The pikemen have been evaporated. Why did he not put them in loose formation? He could at least saved more lives there. But we got a very sad and desperate charge from Harad. And, oh man, they're not going to last for too long. There we go. We got some support over here. Some archers that used up their ammo. Let's see if they can catch them by surprise here. Kinda. They were not quite in a good position, so maybe they can wipe out some of these pikemen. More arrows coming in, doing some friendly fire. Let's see, more archers over, actually men-at-arms trying to flank around. We do have some Serpent Guard getting into position, ready to charge and take out this flank. The Muhad tribesmen and archers firing over this ridge. And here we go, guys, here we go. Come on, come on. Yes, so wipe them out. Chase them down. Beautiful, beautiful downhill charge, taking out a good flank of the Arnorian infantry. But he needs to pull out of there and do another cycle charge. Do not stay in prolonged engagements. Let's see what's going on over here. Oh, Arnor getting some bodyguards. The general flanking around, going through the gap up on this hill. And we have some more fighting over here. The warband taking on some Arnor men-at-arms. And now we have some archers who used up their ammo. It looks like they're going to turn into infantry. And again, try to form some kind of battle line and to hold back Arnor. And, oh, there goes the general. I don't know if that was the main general. I don't think so, but that was pretty careless. So, yeah, obviously that was not the main general or this game would have ended. And here comes the rest of his bodyguard. Now that his general is dead, he doesn't have to be careful with it. Just send him in. We've got a lot of archers up here waiting in reserve. A catapult. He's got some Hoshari, so he's got a lot of reserves, so he can still turn this battle around. And now the Serpent Guard are in a very intense melee for this flank as well. Some Trollmen are still alive. Oh, this guy died from friendly fire. Rest in peace, my friend. That is the tragedy of war. Alright, so good suppressing fire here. Oh! Trebuchet wiping out some Serpent Guard from the sniping hill here. This is beautiful. Look at this. Awesome shot right there. Serpent Guard doing well. The archers back here, they were wiped out. They were completely wiped out. It was a really sneaky maneuver, but it did not pay off. And it just gave the Haradrim archers a better angle to kill the enemy archers. There we go. Serpent Guard are victorious. They're going to have to send up more infantry. They're holding on that flank. On the center flank, it's pretty close. But I think over time, Arnor should win this one. Because Harad is really sending in some weak troops here. The pikemen should be able to tear up all this lightly, armored infantry. Also, you got some battle-ready Dunedain in the mix. See, up here you have your archers. Catapult, is it firing or is it saving its ammo? Come on, fire that catapult. I want to see some good shots. There's a big blob of Arnorian soldiers just asking for it. Come on, there we go. All right, here we go. This is where you rub your hands together and you're like, yes, let's do it. Come on, fire. Fire the catapults. Hopefully use Flaming Shot. Let's see the point of view of Arnor. Oh, here it comes. They're going for the archers. They are going for the archers. That is kind of surprising. I guess that makes sense. You want to take out the very deadly force of Dunedain Rangers. And then you got the archers on the second tier here doing a lot of damage to Arnor. So it's very wise that they spread out their archers and have them in layers so they can support each other. Oh, yes! Another great hit, hitting some Dunedain Rangers. Beautiful, beautiful. They need more hits like that. We also have more fighting on this flank as well. Miles in Davis. And the catapult's still firing. Oh my god, are you kidding me? Look at this catapult. Look at this catapult. What in the world? How did this happen? It's like they tied a rope to it and then tied the rope to like a rock to make sure it doesn't like go down the cliff. That is hilarious. I've never seen anything like that in Medieval 2. Oh, this one's way down here. Oh my god. Love it. Alright. So yeah, the catapult's trying to take out that huge mass of Arnorian soldiers. I don't know how it's shooting like that, but don't question it. Don't question the laws of physics in Medieval 2. Alright, so Arnor is making some progress over here. Let's see what's going on in this front. Okay, things are calming down here. He's got his men back in loose formation. They are, let's see. Are they getting shot at? No, they're just waiting. You know, they're feeling good. But I'm sure these guys are very worried about the flank being exposed because their defenses over here are really thinning out. But Arnor is also thinning out a little bit. We have some pikemen moving up the hill. So pretty soon Arnor is going to be at the second wave here. More catapults firing. Let's go ahead and zoom in the minimap so we can get a better view of troop movement. So here comes more and more infantry from Arnor. Muhad tribesmen, very nicely placed here. Getting some great Javi kills, great support unit. And then this flank is still holding with the help of the Serpent Guard, who are just trampling Arnor soldiers. I bet this unit is going to rack up a ton of kills. And Arnor is breaking. So yeah, they definitely need to commit their own Knights of Numinos to stop that Serpent Guard unit. So here we go. Arnor is pissed. They've had enough of the Serpent Guard. A battle of glorious knights over here. Elite soldiers. A fight for this flank. Southron archers now focusing their attention to the center position. They realize that their battle lines are crumbling over there. Let's see what's going on over here. Okay, Arnor is victorious here, but they are getting sprayed down by archer fire. Lots of casualties so far. Here comes a second wave for this position. More archers are up on the hill here. Excuse me, there's another voice crack. It just seems like my voice is just worse. I don't know what it is. I'm sorry, guys. It's not too bad, but you can definitely tell. But here we go. The archers are now going to fire back. This is good. Yeah, we got a battle of archer cliffs. So as long as Harad can keep these archers from firing at their own infantry. Oh, God. The trebuchet, man. It's firing at these Serpent Guard. And now they're fighting once again, holding the line for this flank. More trebuchet firing on this side. Alright, Arnor pikemen are breaking to the Hashari. That's really good for them. Really good for Harad. And the Cav battle is still going on here. But we do have some Arnor men-at-arms coming to turn the tide of this fight. It's not a very good terrain to have this kind of Cav battle. It's a very steep hill. I can imagine that it's really hard to fight here. I could see people in real life, if they were really fighting on this hill, they'd be like falling off their horses. But nice positioning here from some Javis, some tribesmen. Getting some great kills. God, that is a good use of those Javis, man. Really well done. Still fighting over here. Again, just buying time so they can continue to spray arrows down on Arnor. And now Arnor is pushing on this center position. We got some Southron archers ready to hold the line. Switching to their sabers, their blades. I'm pretty sure they used up their ammo. Let's see, do we have any more troops breaking? pushing through. It doesn't look like it. All right, so let's head back over to this flank. We got a nice archer battle on this cliff still going on, which is really cool. And then the Serpent Guard are taking on militia after militia. Look at that. I wonder why. It seems like Arnor... Oh, jeez. Friendly fire coming in. Oh, my God. That was really bad. So I wonder why they're pushing up such crappy troops. Maybe they're just trying to exhaust the Serpent Guard, and then they'll move up their more elite troops to take them out. That could be a thing. Or maybe they're trying to get the enemy to waste their ammo on militia instead of their, elite Dunedain soldiers. But this is a big battle, and the Serpent Guard are starting to lose it. Their flank is exposed here. You can see some pikemen that are now surrounding them, which is never a good sign in any kind of battle. Alright, so here comes the rest of Arnor moving forward. It seems like Arnor is finally making progress, but it's still going to be a tough road ahead of them. Here's the general now doing battle, taking on Arnor's men-at-arms. See, what do they have left? They've got some Hashari. They've got a catapult. Lots of archers over here. Archers on this flank as well. And I think they've got a couple troops up on the very top of the hill, like the dismounted Serpent Guard. So yeah, 2 units of dismounted Serpent Guard. Let's see how they're holding on this flank here. There's a lot of fighting going on everywhere, so I'm trying to catch it all, like Pokemon. Oh man, I know I'm gonna get a lot of hate for that. And by the way, guys, I don't play Pokemon Go. A lot of people ask me that, but no, I don't play it. So chill out, chill, freak out. But Southron archers holding back the pikemen very poorly. They're getting poked to death by those long pikes. And the Muhav tribesmen, these guys were firing at the flank. They're now engaged in melee. I really like these guys because they have maces. So it's pretty cool. Very versatile. They're pretty good infantry. But they're doing everything they can to slow down this army. And this is the epic last stand, guys. They need to get those catapults going. It's really, if they're going to win this battle, it's all going to come down to catapults. Lots and lots of catapults. The archers are doing a ton of damage to Harad. Kingdom of Arnor has broken through the Serpent Guard defense. Oh man, so many wasted lives here. We will remember them in their brave stand. They're now throwing rotted meat at the defenders, and more archers spraying down suppressing fire. Yeah, Dunedain Rangers. Oh jeez. It looks like most of the arrows though are hitting the dirt, which is really good for the defenders. Come on, get that catapult moving. This is it. This is their final stand right here. I mean, they still have about 4 units of infantry. If they move down the Serpent Guard, they definitely need to move these troops down and hold right here. Because they can hold. This is a fairly small choke point. So hopefully Harad goes for that. Hopefully. We can only hope. We have more Hashari over here. Look at this. They're surrounding the pikemen. The pikes are fighting back to back, and we have a catapult coming. Oh no, that's the trebuchet. That's a risky move. That's a pretty careless move from Arnor. But yeah, this flank is pretty much defeated as well. Arnor just seems to be like an impossible force to stop. All right, here comes some archers now. I assume they used up their ammo. They're gonna now use them as infantry. The catapult is letting loose. Oh man, terrible angle for the catapult. I think what they should do with the catapult is take it and move it like right here, and then they can get a nice downhill angle to the enemy forces. Hopefully they do that soon. I mean, they still have a lot of catapults here, guys. What is this? Can you explain this? Where's Newton? Newton, explain this to me. This is hilarious. Hey, I mean, if it works, do it, But Harad's still kicking butt over here. Oh. Good shot there from the trebuchet, sniping out only enemy forces. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Massive brawl has taken place here. We got Dunedain Knights now. I really hope they send the Serpent Guard down. I'm praying on it. Or fire a catapult into this blob, please. Actually, you know what? They're falling back. The forces are falling back. They're going to their small camp up here. This looks like headquarters for the general. And yes, we do have the general. I assume this general is the general that must not die. Did I say general enough? Generally speaking, no, I'm just kidding. Alright, so this fight should go on for quite some time. So they are going to have time to retreat. But I kind of just wish that they held their ground right here instead of falling back. But they don't really have a choice. Now, I still think they can win this one. I really do. Even though the balance of power is showing... I mean, look at the percentage killed. Enemies killed, 85%. Allies killed, 73%. So Arnor is 73%, and then Harad is 85%. It's really close. And all they need is a couple good artillery shots, and it's over. You know, they are the ones defending. But geez, this defense is crumbling a lot faster than I thought it was going to be. Crumbling. So those Dunedain Knights, man, they're tough. There we go. That's going to be it. But that should be enough time for them to set up over here. They need to quickly get this catapult in position, though. It's taken a long time to get up this hill. You can see that they've got the Serpent Guard here defending. But look how big this choke point is. It would have been way better to defend down here. Personally, I think that. But, you know. Should be interesting how this turns out. And the catapult is about to be exposed. They left this catapult. Catapults are too important to leave out like this. Let's see. They need to get some last minute hits here before the catapult is wiped out to get its money worth, you know? Money's worth. More Arnor soldiers coming around this way. Looks like they're going around this flank. Oh, there goes another general. Looks like the general for Harad. That is very unfortunate for them. These poor catapult crew getting wiped out. I guess that was this was the same crew that had catapults that are like the sticky catapults that are up on the walls. Alright, so there we go. They're finally breaking through the defenses. And now the final stand of Harad is about to begin. And to be honest, they're spread out way too thin. Way too thin. They can be outflanked this way. You see that? So they're going to have to deal with that. They're going to have to deal with this choke point. And then eventually they're going to have to defend with this choke point. Do they have enough infantry? Probably not. But they do have this catapult, which could change the game. But they better pray that they get some good hits. Because that's what it's going to come down to. Arnor has, you know, they're pretty banged up, you know. They're 74%. So like I said earlier, all it takes is one good shot. Okay, maybe a couple good shots, but you know what I mean. All right, so again, Arnor is going to use his archers here, trying to soften up the defense. I don't think this is really necessary, but you know, just to play it safe, just to make sure you don't lose this victory. He's going to try to skirmish them down a little bit. Alright, so here we go. Infantry moving in. Oh, geez. This catapult's not going to last. It's going to get outflanked. These Serpent Guard can't protect every flank. Here comes the massive charge of Arnorian soldiers. They can taste victory. They're so close to victory. All they have to do is defeat the remaining Haradrim soldiers. The Serpent Guard trying to reform here, getting ready to quickly protect this catapult. I don't know why he didn't send his catapult over to this side to fire down, but that is too late for that. It's too late for that, so now he must do whatever he can with this current situation. And he's not going to get a counter charge here. And I believe this infantry is going to flank around. The catapult crew is going into melee. Yep, didn't even get a shot there. Here comes the dismounted Dunedain Knights coming in to support. And we have the general going through the gaps here. Alright, Harad. It's time to send in your general. You must contain the gaps. You know, they could get lucky. Remember, guys, it's not necessarily about killing the entire army. They could get lucky and kill the general and save the day. Now, again, I don't know which general who, like, is the, like, grand general that if you kill, it's game over. I doubt it's this one, because why would they send in their general at a very crucial moment like this? If, you know, if losing him could mean the defeat of this battle. The last stand of Harad. This is beautiful. Oh, there goes the general. Well, that's good news. Maybe that would cause a chain rout. I don't know. Not likely. Dunedain Knights, man. They're tough. A battle of elite soldiers. And we got some battle-ready Dunedain just waiting for the charge, for their orders to move in. And there we go. You hear that horn? That means attack. Someday. Not okay, now attack. Okay. There they go. Charge. For Arnor. There we go. Very nice. I love how they charge in with their Zweihander. And a bird's eye view. Yeah, he shouldn't have split up his forces like this. Trying to defend way too much there. Should have just been contained in this area where they can fight united. General's now in the fight. Beautiful battle for this final position. Really enjoyed this one. But I think it's pretty obvious that this one's coming to a close. The Serpent Guard are surrounded. Still says victory is certain. Oh, wait, no. Now it says defeat is a distinct possibility. What a fight over here. Now there's a big gap over here. They're going to be able to flank around. Harad needs to send forces over here quickly as possible. Remember, even though this is a defense, they don't have a town center. They don't have infinite morale. And if this flank causes them to break, it's game over. There's nowhere to run. All right, here we go. He's going to protect his flank here. But for how long? Oh, breakage. Breakage on the battlefield. The general is now in the fight. 95% of Harad has been killed, and 81% of Arnor has been killed. So we have the Serpent Guard dead over here. Wow, they're still fighting. Amazing. Completely surrounded, but still fighting. What a trooper. I guess they realize they have nowhere, nowhere else to go. Their only option is to die and die trying. There we go. Massive break here from Harad. The balance of power greatly in favor of Arnor. And now it's just down to the general. The final charge of the battle, guys. Right here. What a bold stand from Harad. At any second, this general could be killed and it's game over. But regardless, I think it's pretty much game over for Harad. But I do appreciate the last stand. He's trying to get as many kills as possible. Take down as many men of Arnor as you possibly can. There you go. And that's going to be battle, guys. That is going to wrap it up. And again, thank you, Sin of the Dark Cloud, for creating this scenario. Now, looking at this scenario objectively, was this fair? Probably not. I don't think it was a fair fight, mostly because the amount of archers the attackers had. I think if you gave them less archers, it would have been a little bit more equal. You know, Harad had, could have gotten a better chance because, Arnor still has that, massive amount of infantry they could have used. Now, was the defense from Harad that solid? I feel like they made a couple mistakes there that was pretty bad, as in not getting their troops into loose formation. I don't think they used their catapults very effectively and not really planning their retreats too well. Like the final stand here, he should have not have held so much area. He should have just fallen back into this one choke point. Honestly, I don't think they should have given up this choke point down here. I mean, they could have set up a really good angle for the catapult and had more troops holding that position. But yeah, so overall, everyone did pretty well. Just a few mistakes here that changed the game and, determined the outcome. Unfortunately, I can't see the player names. It's under like general names. But if we look at Arnor, everyone did pretty equal here, so that's awesome. And same thing for Harad, getting about the same kills. So again, very close battle. Hope you enjoyed this one. I do have another custom scenario, and this one's going to be a bit different. I know the two scenarios have been like the Eastern, Harad and Rune and whatnot. But the next one's going to have orcs, and well, I don't want to give too much away, but it's at a historic place. So yeah, look out for that. Here's the stats here. We can see the stats of Arnor because this was sent in by, I believe, Paladin Bob. So thank you for sending it in, the replay. I think Sin of the Dark Cloud also sent in his, so I appreciate it, guys. 406 kills from his Arnorian heavy arch. See, that's what I'm talking about. I think if they had 2 archers each, maybe that would have been fair. And then here's another one. I bet all the most kills are from archers. 224. Well, actually, those are Dunedain. Dunedain Rangers, 226. Let's see, the final army here. 255 Dunedain Rangers. See, so I think the archers were a bit much, but still great, pretty even scenario. So thank you so much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, be sure to leave a like, a comment, and subscribe if you haven't, if you want to see more of these custom scenarios. So yeah, thank you guys so much, and I will see you next time.